Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel, and today we are going to be doing something a bit strange. We're going to be going to the top of the Nether and we're going to be building a ghast farm. So let's... Really? You guys are so annoying. Okay, so let's find an open spot in the Nether where we don't really have anything yet. We actually need it to be in the Soul Sand Valley biome though, now that I think of it. So let's try to... I guess we should go to the main Nether first to like see where the Soul Sand Valley actually is. So over this way though, we have like so much Soul Sand Valley. So I believe this is like the area where the stronghold is. So yeah, let's go to the top of the Nether. So let's see, I need scaffoldings. And then we will do this. Okay, so now we need to find a way to get on top of the Nether. So, so the general way, this looks like, is that the top layer? No, there's one layer above that. So we want to find a spot where there's actually soul sand all the way at the top there. Okay, we have to get in here. Oh, Elytra. So this is like the top layer right here. So I think what we need to do is do this. And then... That was actually surprisingly easy. Okay, so now I'm going to build a portal up here. Okay, so now we should be able to go back and forth between the top of the Nether, I think. Oh, it took us here. Ah, dang it. Okay. Hopefully it'll still take us back to the top of the Nether. It didn't. Okay. Okay. So we got to get back to that spot. Fortunately, I know where that is. Okay. So I think as long as we like make another portal here, it should work properly. Okay. There we go. So let's move this portal over this way. This way is... Yeah, this is the way we want to go. So let's go like 25 blocks this way. Actually, let's do it at -200, -200, so that way we know where it is. This was my other option of where I could have built my Nether hub, but I did decide to do the main, underneath the Nether, instead of on top of the Nether. I know a lot of people do above the Nether. I just prefer under the Nether because that way it's so easy to get ancient debris. You don't even really have to try. Okay. And we are here. Is this a meadow biome? Oh my goodness, it is. That's cool. Yeah, I actually know about where this is. I think this is like the first, near where the first deep dark I found was. So yeah. Yeah, I think I recognize this area. Pretty sure. So yeah, this is pretty much where we want to be. Now we do want to make two portals here. So we want to have one way up in the sky and then way down below the ground so we can get between the two very easily. So let's go ahead and do that. So wait, this does take us back, right? Like, this isn't going to cause problems. Yeah, okay. Perfect. So, I know in the past you couldn't come out on top of the Nether, but now it looks like they fixed that, so that's good. Which is kind of interesting, because, like, it's not meant to be that you're even on top of the Nether, but... I mean, I think as long as we have one... Let's see, 15 plus 128 would be 130, and then half of that would be 70... 65, right? So, I think we'd only need one portal, like, here. And then one portal a little bit below the ground, and it should work properly. So, yeah, let's try that. So, let's do that. So we'll just dig straight down. So right now, I think this one's still going to take me on top of the Nether, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. Okay, so this one's actually at 129, so it should still work. We'll see. Okay, so now we need to go somewhere else in the overworld, right? So let's go to our stronghold. So we gotta go this way. So now we just go to -200, -200 in the nether, -215, -200. So, alright, so now this should take us to the underground one. Yep, okay. And then if we go up, whoops, this one should take us to the overworld one, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, okay, so that works perfect. So now we have a way to get between the top of the nether and the regular nether. I realize now that I really should have made it at 0, 0. It wouldn't have been hard either. Alright, so there we go. So yeah, now let's go to the top of the nether again. I'm gonna build a basalt generator. So, yeah, the way we do this, if I can remember how to do this right, let's use stone brick. So we need lava to flow next to blue ice that's on top of soul soil, so it has to be like this, if I can remember how to do this right. Like that. And that is our basalt generator. So now, I need to be hitting wood. Some kind of wood block. Let's do a ladder. That way, it's not flammable, but it's still wood. Crimson planks would actually be the ideal thing here. Perfect. And we got some basalt. Not as much as I thought we might get. Let's do... Oh, we can't put a hopper underneath that. We'll need to do a minecart with hopper. And this doesn't work with soul sand, right? If it worked with soul sand, that'd be really nice, but I don't think it does. Yeah, it doesn't work with soul sand. And yeah, I think you can build these in the overworld as well. Whoops. But they aren't as fast because lava flows like water in the nether. So it's much quicker here. So if you're going to do this, you definitely want to do it in the nether. Actually, the crafting table would be better than the ladder, because that, I think, takes even longer to break. Yeah, it definitely takes longer to break than a ladder, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, definitely. Okay, so let's switch that with a crafting table then. That'll also make it so that the items don't go that way, but they're probably going to want to go into the lava now. So whether that's better or not, I'm not entirely sure. We'll try it. Let's see. I feel like I'm picking up more of the items now. Nah, some of them are going into the lava. But if it's... Let's try something here. Okay, let me do this. So if I have a block here, and I'm right up against this, and there's an item there, can I pick that up? I can. Okay, so naturally I'm going to be able to pick that up before it burns, or before the basalt generates there and pushes it into the lava. And also, I think if I'm a little bit further to the left, it'll help. Yeah, that seems good. Now, what I really like is a way to do this a lot quicker, and that the items would fall down instead of to the side like this. Let's start setting up the ghast farm then, since that's what we came here for. So, first of all, let's find out the area we want to build it in. I want to see if we can even spawn ghasts, first of all. So, let's just look at our chunks. We'll do right here, by here. And then I think all we have to do is... So I know ghasts are also rare compared to like skeletons. Like the game, it takes more work for the game to spawn a ghast than anything else. And then we also have to make sure they're lit up. So we're gonna have to put torches on top of this. Okay, so we got a single chunk area now. So let's go up into the sky. I want to see if First of all, if anything spawns on this. So we gotta go up to 256. And did we get anything spawning? No, we didn't. Oh, there's stuff. Yep, okay, so skeletons did spawn, so that's good. So now we know mobs can spawn on top of the nether. And I just realized that we didn't slab over the top of this. So, whoops. I'll just like put them a couple on here, so just to make sure that it's lit up. So I think only ghast should be able to spawn if I do this. I'm pretty sure. So what's the light in the middle? Just about 8. So there we go. So let's go up in the sky again. We'll see if anything spawns on our spawning pad, like any skeletons. So have nothing yet because we're out of range. So we go down to 255 and nothing is spawning. Something spawned, but it's probably in the regular nether. Right? I'm assuming. A ghast spawned on top of our pad. That's good. Okay. That's very good. I did not expect that. Interesting. Okay. So as far as I know, there's no light source in the game that I can get in vanilla that has enough light. Like I said, I think it's 7 that prevents skeletons from spawning. I think all of the light sources I can use are not going to be blast resistant enough to prevent ghast from blowing them up. So I don't know if there's any. I mean, I could use like end portals, but like, let's be real with ourselves. How the heck am I going to get end portals up here? Okay, we got a ghast. It's interesting, I can't even hear the ghast. Okay. So we got our platform set up. Let's see. Oh, wow. Okay. So this is working well. I might not even need to set this up in a more efficient way. Okay, they're despawning. Okay. So, yeah, we definitely need it built closer to us. The platform needs to be built closer to us. And also, we want it enclosed. This is actually not a problem because I don't have to deal with them because they're despawning. This is working very quickly. I'm impressed. Okay. I am actually impressed. I'm literally only doing this for fun, too, by the way, in case you're wondering why I'm making a ghast farm. I don't need ghast tears or gunpowder. I already have a gunpowder farm, and I have like a stack of ghast tears in my ender chest. I'm literally just doing this for fun. Because I thought, you know what would be fun? Making a ghast farm. Oh, yeah. And you know what? This has been fun so far. This has been the most fun I've had making an episode in a long time. Because, like, I'm just genuinely just testing stuff. I have no idea how anything's going to turn out. So, let's see. I think ghasts are 4 blocks wide, so if I do this, they shouldn't be able to spawn. He must be in the main nether. So I think if I just do this, like, we can prevent them from spawning. Whoa. That is weird. I wonder if you can see that. That is so weird. This is exactly why there's a Vanilla Tweaks Better Bedrock pack. It's because of this. Because that creates some seriously weird optical illusions. I wonder if you can see that in the video. I kind of doubt you'll actually be able to, which is kind of sad. But yeah. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Well, I think we learned. Yeah, we have officially learned that, yes, ghasts can spawn on these tiny little spaces. So, oh, and that's funny. The skeletons will shoot themselves off. That's funny. Okay. They get themselves some backwards momentum when they're doing that, apparently. I wonder why Thorns sometimes plays the entity hurt sound instead of the entity death sound. It's like it doesn't properly calculate the amount of damage. Oh, I know why. It's because I have multiple pieces of Thorns armor. So yeah, it's not properly calculating the amount of damage. Okay, this farm... Okay. And then I place that here. Place this here. Stop! What in the world was that noise? Excuse you. Watching them try to pathfind around the basalt is really funny. Alright. This is quite the battlefield. Alright, so now we are going to put the torches in so that no more skeletons or endermen spawn. So, I don't really know how often we need them, but we'll just do something like this. And, of course, we get ghasts. If skeletons do spawn, we'll know that they spawn down to light level 7. Wait. It's hard to tell, too, because of the way that mob spawning works in the Soul Sand Valley. Oh my goodness. What have I done? What is this world? What have I done? Oh no, they're blowing up the torches. Okay. I can't keep up. There's too many ghasts. What have I done? Okay, we're gonna go down. Hopefully they despawn. Okay, it looks like they despawned. So I need to get some form of wall around this as soon as possible, or else this is gonna cause problems. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoops. 2, 3, 4. Okay, so now we have to get like a roof in. So that's gonna be super weird. But basically, I guess everywhere where these meet, we need to have a block so the ghasts can't fly out. So like this, but obviously up higher. Like that. How high are they? Are they 4 blocks tall? I think they're 4 blocks tall. That would make sense. So basically, we need to do that every couple of blocks. How did you get out? How did you get out? Oh, wait. Did he spawn on the edge? He might have spawned on the edge. I don't think they can. Yeah, they can. They could spawn on the edge. Okay. Next thing to do is... Well, we gotta make sure the ghasts don't spawn on the outside anymore. So I'm gonna put half slabs on each of these, like, corner thingies. Except maybe this far corner one. If we need it, I'm not sure. Okay. So there should be no ghast spawning on the outside of this now. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna prevent the iron golems from falling down. So... I guess what I'll do is this. I'll make a ring around the outside this height, and that way the iron golems shouldn't ever be able to get out. So let's do that. Alright, so I made 5 iron golems. Right now they're just chilling over here because they're goofy. But hopefully they'll wander throughout this place and get rid of the ghasts. Okay. Hello? They like don't care. What is going on? I tested this in creative mode. Whoa. What is going on? They don't even care. Why is this not working? I tested this. What is happening? Is it because they're not in a village? Okay, that is so bizarre. Well, I might have to make this into a shooty game where I actually have to shoot them. I don't have arrows. That's odd. I really don't know why they're not going after them. I need to research this. So it turns out there is a bug in Minecraft right now where where iron golems are like sometimes hostile towards ghasts, but not always. So hopefully that gets fixed soon. Uh, I suppose that's why they weren't hostile towards the ghasts in my ghast farm. So even though I tested it in creative mode and it all worked, so now this is how we're gonna have to do this for now until this gets fixed. I am so baffled by the fact that it doesn't work. But I mean, I guess I did design this in a really nice way. It's very easy to shoot them from here because of how open I made it. I did it just to save on blocks, but it is a lot easier to hit them now because of that, So for the lighting situation, we have a few options. So first of all, we have slime blocks. Slime blocks are visually transparent, meaning they let light through, but mobs actually sometimes spawn on slime blocks. And we're not going to be doing this the whole way through. The problem with slime blocks is you'll already notice that we could just break these really quick. The other thing about them, that's not a huge problem, but the thing about that is that their explosion, their blast resistance is very low, so they'll just all get destroyed very quickly. So, as well as most of the other nether blocks. So, the other options we have are crying obsidian and respawn anchors. So crying obsidian gives off a light level of 10. So directly above it, it's 9. So it doesn't have a huge area where it'll actually be bright enough. We'd have to do it this close together in order to actually have it fully lit up so skeletons wouldn't be able to spawn on the platform. The other option, this has a very, very high blast resistance. There's really no light emitting blocks that have like a medium blast resistance because that's all we need. We only need like something with blast resistance of like stone, but there aren't really any blocks that have that. There's like torches and glowstone and stuff which have very low blast resistances, and there's blocks like crying obsidian and respawn anchors which have very high blast resistances. So you may be noticing that the respawn anchor doesn't actually give off light, except it does. You just have to put glowstone in it, and once you do that, it will output 15 light levels. So right on top of it, it's outputting a light level of 14. So that's pretty cool. Now the problem with that is that respawn anchors are not easy to get. They cost 6 crying obsidian, and I only have I have 55 crying obsidian other than this. The glowstone isn't too bad because I could just buy that from villagers, but crying obsidian I have to get from piglins or from ruined portals, and it's not really a guarantee how much you get from either of those. So both of them are quite hard to get. But the good thing is, and crying obsidian also is one of the things we mentioned, that's not that bright. So we'd either have to use a ton of crying obsidian, or we'd have to use respawn anchors, which are quite expensive to make. So, oh, and I assume mobs should be able to spawn on top of this. I'm going to put... I wonder if it would block me from respawning if I put a slab on top of it. I'm almost certain that mobs can spawn on respawn anchors because I've had a ghast spawn inside my nether hub, and there's a respawn anchor right in the center. Okay, so I also got bad news. Turns out mobs don't spawn due to a bug, mobs don't spawn on fully charged respawn anchors. It has to be level 3 or less for them to spawn on. And they also don't spawn on... They will spawn on crying obsidian, though. So that is a good thing. So it's gonna have to be a lot of crying obsidian. I didn't want to do this, but that's what we're gonna have to do. Just to make sure that we take full advantage of all the spawning spaces that we have. But unfortunately, we are about out of time for this episode today, so we'll have to continue this next episode. Finish up the ghast farm, finish the collection system, figure out where we want our actual AFK platform to be. Well, I guess it won't be an AFK platform, but you know. But other than that, I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. Have yourselves a wonderful day. Callus and Captus Mortem Tardum, and Goodbye. Yeah.